Hi, so before you watch this video, there is going to be some tips in this video that I know and have firsthand experience with. I'm not just picking this information out of thin air. I have personal experience because I was a registry agent for 4 years in Alberta. With that in mind, however, take everything I say as a way to prepare you and make your life easier when you're going to register a vehicle, at least in the province of Alberta. I cannot speak for any other provinces because Alberta is independently owned with the registries, whereas other provinces like British Columbia is government owned, government regulated. So with that being said, this information that I'm giving you is information that I had firsthand a couple years ago. I have been out of registries for a couple years, so just take that into consideration, and don't come back on me if your registry agent says something different. This is just to make your life easier, and this is just tips and firsthand information that I know personally, at least what was current a couple years ago. Alright, without further ado, here's the video. And thanks for watching. And click to subscribe. Why aren't you subscribed yet? Thank you. Hello all you shining stars, and welcome to my channel, Shining Star Soup. In today's video, it's going to be a completely different video than the types of videos I usually have on my channel. I am doing a registering and renewing a vehicle in Alberta. Tips that your registry agent sometimes won't tell you. Yes, that's a mouthful. I don't know what's going to appear on my little channel icon. I will try to sum it up to probably tips for registering vehicles in Alberta that your registry agent sometimes won't tell you. It's a mouthful. Alright, so I'm going to jump right into this. I worked in Alberta registries for over 4 years. I've seen many things. I've been in many different situations, and the tips that I'm going to tell you in this video are the most frequent things that I've come across when I was working in Alberta registries. And the reason why these tips usually aren't known is because, number one, the registry agent doesn't have time to go through these little tips and tricks with you. Number two, being a registry agent is not easy. There is a lot of information. It's a steep learning curve. People tend to be assholes. And we'll just say that a registry agent is a person too. You get on their bad side, they will do whatever they can to not help you. Every registry agent that I've ever worked with, including myself, has done that. If you are going to be an ass, I am not going to help you in a way that I could. Now, because I'm not working registries anymore, and I mean, go ahead and be an ass in the comments if you want. I don't care. I am trying to help you. Alright? And I've said that to people before. It's like, sir, ma'am, listen to me for a moment. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to help you get what you need to do. Because I don't want you here as much as you don't want to be here. And this video is obviously not intended for children or audiences under the age of 18, because I just swore. I just threw that swear out there. Okay, my number one tip when you are going to a registry office is to avoid the registry office during the first week of the month and the last week of the month. And the reason why is vehicle renewals. In Alberta, you don't get renewal notices or reminders anymore. You used to. They used to send out little cards, but they stopped doing that. There are a lot of things that Alberta registries have stopped doing that doesn't make any sense, especially when you're a senior and your memory's not what it used to be. People forget to renew their vehicles all the time. So on the first week of the month, you have all the people rushing in that forgot to renew their vehicles the week before. And then you have the end of the month where everybody's rushing in to renew their vehicles before their registration expires. Around the beginning and the end of the month is the time of the month in a registry office where you're dealing with lineups, you are dealing with cranky people, you are dealing with people who don't know the rules, just getting upset, getting angry. You are dealing with a stressed out registry agent who just wants to pull her hair out by the end of the day and keeps looking at the clock because they just want to go home. I mean, I hated working registries at the end of the month, and I did my best to avoid it, meaning that any of the vacations I booked at the end of the month. Yeah, you just need a break when it comes to registering vehicles. All right, so that's my number one tip. It might seem like a no-brainer, but you would be surprised how many people don't use their brains. And then they stand there and complain that the lineups are so long. It's like, you're there on February 28th, the last day of the month. Everybody else who also has to renew their vehicles by the end of this month is also pulling no-brainers. Just my opinion. Just my personal opinion and just my experience from working as a registry agent. Now, this next little tip that I'm going to tell you is one that a registry agent most likely will not tell you. And that's about registering a vehicle in Alberta. Now, when you register a vehicle, you need an original bill of sale. We can tell when a bill of sale has been photocopied. We cannot take emailed copies that are printed off, no matter how good your printer is. We cannot take scanned bills of sale. We cannot take you showing us on your phone the bill of sale. No, it has to be original with original signatures. What do you do if you are wanting to register your vehicle, you have your bill of sale, you don't realize it's a copy until it's too late, and you can't get a hold of the seller? The number one thing that registry agents might not tell you is that in Alberta, you don't have to be the previous registered owner of a vehicle to sell it. So when we're looking at the bills of sale, and let's say that Timmy, just throwing a name out there, I'm making this up, Timmy is your neighbor, but Timmy was not the last person who registered the vehicle. So when we pull up the information on the vehicle by the VIN number or by the bill of sale, and we see that Timmy is not the last registered owner, we don't care. All we care about is that it's an original bill of sale. That might seem shady, and quite frankly, it kind of is. That means that Joe Smo, that's how stolen vehicles get registered in Alberta. Because you don't have to be the last registered owner. And that's the main reason why a lot of registry agents will not tell you that. There are blank bills of sale always kept in the waiting room. At least they should be. I'm taking it on the faith that if you are a case that the original, that you got a photocopy by accident. That's what I'm talking to you as somebody who legitimately bought the vehicle and for some reason ended up with a copy of a bill of sale. That's how I'm talking to you. I am not condoning theft. I'm not condoning you being shady or sneaky. I'm just trying to help you out here. Take the original bill, take a blank bill of sale, have your friend, have your neighbor, have whoever you came to the registries with sell you the vehicle so that you have an original bill of sale. The one exception to it not having to be an original bill of sale is when you buy a car from the dealership. At the registries, as long as the bill of sale is faxed directly from the dealership, we can register the vehicle. All right, another tip. One that you cannot get around. You need insurance. You need insurance to register your cars, your trucks, your SUVs and your motorcycles. The only thing you don't need insurance to register, or you don't need to show us that you have insurance to register, are trailers. Trailers, you don't need registration or you don't need insurance in Alberta to register a trailer. It's just assumed that the insurance is attached to the vehicle. So if you come in, you're registering a trailer, you don't need insurance to prove insurance. However, for any type of motor vehicle, you do. Do yourself a favor. Do the registry agency a favor. Do the people standing in line waiting for their turn a favor. Check your insurance before you go in and register the vehicle. Too many times as a registry agent, I have seen an insurance company start your insurance the next day. Why they do this, I don't know. I'm not an insurance agent. I just know what I've seen. And I've seen people come in ready to register the vehicle, and it's December 19th and the insurance says December 20th, starting December 20th. Just save yourself the headache, save yourself the trouble. Double check your insurance before you're going to register the vehicle. So sum it up. Original bill of sale. Rowan's reminding you, pay attention to what I'm about to say. This is going to help you. Original bill of sale, proof of insurance, current insurance. Avoid the registry, if you can, on the first week and the last week of the month. Another thing that I want to touch on really quick is registering a vehicle with two names on it. It might seem like a good idea. You might be in the mind frame that, oh, hey, if my name is on my significant other, if both our names are on the registration, it's going to be easier to renew the vehicle. Now, that part of it is right. But the thing is, anybody can renew anybody's vehicle as long as they have the previous registration, a photo of the registration, and their insurance. The insurance with the names matching up. You can renew the vehicle, especially when, the agent's just trying to get through the registrations. Anybody can. Anybody can renew anybody's vehicle as long as they have the registration and the insurance. However, you cannot make any changes unless you have a letter of authorization for every little change you want to make. Right. Or have your significant other with you. When you have two names on a plate, on a registration, that means every time you want to make a change, both people have to agree to that change. I'm talking about changing the address. I'm talking about changing the plate. I'm talking about selling the vehicle. You always will have to have both names. Letter of authorizations is your only option. And so many times at the end of the month, some poor woman has been wanting to change the address or change the plate or is going through a messy divorce and wants the car for themselves. Letter of authorization. You can give me the sob story. You can give them the sob story. The thing is, you, as a customer, are not the boss. You're not the one that pays the bills. You're not the one that the registry agent has to listen to. Registries is the number one place where the whole golden rule that the customer is always right does not apply. And the registry agent is not liable to provide customer service excellence so that you can make that change on the vehicle that you want. That is why if you Google most of any Alberta registries, 90% of those Google reviews are going to be 2 out of 5 stars or 1 out of 5 stars, because customers don't understand that at the registry agency, the customer is almost never right. If you take anything back from this video, that's one thing you need to remember. The customer at the registry agency is almost never right. We have to follow government rules. Dual dual registrations. Pain in the butt. Avoid it. If you change your address, or let's say your husband or wife or significant other or the family dog, whoever you've registered your vehicle with, if there's two names on the registrations and they change, you want to go in and change your address, guess what? If their address, if they are the first person on the registration, they are the ones that need to come in and change their address on their driver's license before the address on the registration is changed. And the registration needs to match the address that's on your driver's license. Again, a pain in the butt. Putting two names on a license plate is just a pain in the butt. Do you understand what I'm saying? Just avoid it if you can. Have his and hers cars, or hers and hers, or his and his cars. Save yourself the aggravation at the registry office, especially at the end of the month. Alright, so to sum up this quick little video, which is not really quick at this point, we're going on 15 minutes. If I helped you, great. Because I'm telling you, before I worked in registries, if I could have found a YouTuber that was willing just to spill the things that most registry agents will not tell you, I would have been over the moon. It sure would have helped me. I do plan on making more videos regarding tips that your registry agent won't tell you, at least in Alberta. I got one more coming that's going to be all around a driver's license. I don't know when I'm going to be premiering that, but if you can stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, support my channel. I will come up with more content just like this. And yeah, keep in mind the things, again, that I told you are Alberta. My tips and tricks for Alberta. I cannot speak to what happens in Ontario, BC, Saskatchewan, or my neighbors to the south, the DMV, another place of hell, I'm told. I cannot tell you anything about that. Alright, well, I hope all you shining stars have a shining star day. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I will do my best to answer. I'm not working in registries anymore. I'm just going by memory. So there you go. Keep being shining stars and have a shining star day. Bye!